And we are live. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Alex, Eduardo, Doink, Eric, Carl, Stack, Joseph, T Love, Graham, Patrick, Caesar, Jen, Dyer, Bearish Bull, Crypto Champ, Blades, Andrew, Janelle. Good morning, everybody.
What is good, guys?
How is everybody doing this morning? Hola, chicos. Gustavo, what's up, man? Where's Tank and Trinity? What's good, Morpheus? Actually, I would say that James is more like Morpheus. If if we're doing a little comparison, it would be more like James is Morpheus, and then I would be Neo, and Ramon would be like
This man said that is that like Baljeet?
Mics are good. Okay, I fixed it last night. That's why. Super Haze on Twitch. What's up, man? I don't know. You know what? Ramon's gonna have to watch the show and figure out who he is, or watch the movie. He just hasn't figured it out yet.
Nah, man. I am the
Faded on time. What do you guys think about the intro? I fixed it.
I am the C-130.
Is Ramon Tank? Yeah, he's C-130. Josh Bray,
That man.
Jingles, Mouse. He could be Mouse. Created the Red Lady. So, let me open my my Epic pen here. Where you at? There you are.
Chirp Tone. You guys stream on Saturdays? Yeah, man. We stream every day in the morning, 6:30 a.m. You know, try to be there on that time. Everything after like, actually no, yeah. Let me see. I think today is actually something different.
No, we try to get on. Yeah, we try to get on every morning. Just to give a little update, right? It looks like we are getting a bit of a pullback. We've finally got exocharts back working. Just crawled in from work. You're working right now, Clockwatcher? Got a patient just passed out right in front of you, and you're like, yeah, you'll be all right. Be the skater guy from Animatrix. Jokes, people, just jokes. I feel like someone needs to start spitting some lyrics. Yeah, actually, Progressive, one of our community members, Doinked, is creating a nice little rap for us. And it looks good. I did have a tiny bit of constructive criticism, Doinked, if you don't mind. Where is the thing that you sent? Sometimes when is it under music? Yeah, here it is. So suddenly I'm out of grand plus. We should add you should rhyme indicator with refrigerator after that. Like, started on that indicator, now I'm staring at an empty refrigerator. Right? Suddenly I'm out of grand plus, not to mention this trading lust. Right? I think that we could add that, just that one line in there. I think that'd be cool. Right?
Do it.
Started on that indicator, now I'm staring at an empty refrigerator. Those two words rhyme. I'm pretty sure. Eminem told me they rhyme. So
Eminem. I used to listen to Eminem when I used to play Modern Warfare 2, bro. I was in middle school.
Eminem, honestly, he's the GOAT. Like, when it comes to lyrics, similes, like some of the stuff he says, it's deep, and people don't even get it, and that's why they don't like it. But Doink, yeah, let me know what you think. Maybe you could slide that in there. You probably make it better than me. Morning, Andes, or afternoon for you guys. And I know 3 a.m. is gonna try to write a little bit. He likes to write music when we were first getting all of this started a while back. He made some stuff. Clickety clank, my money went into CF's bank. All rough, Eric. All rough. It's all right. We're about to take it back from the government.
Name of the game.
No single thumbs down. Well, probably because people are asleep still. So that's probably why. So let's take a quick peek at the overnight price action, and then we will pop into it. For some reason this is looking a little bit weird. Oh no, this is yeah, it looks fine. We are getting a little bit of a pull down right now, but so one thing that I was talking about what's this? One thing that I was talking about last night when we were on stream, right, was, erase this, here we go, was this big tail that we got right before we got off, right? We were talking about how basically the market had a nice little rally, and when it peaked up into this previous market structure up here, it rejected and came back down, right? So I wasn't really surprised when this thing started kind of happening. I think a lot of you guys caught it in the CF sold his crypto. That's what he said on stream. Well, he must have sold for a huge loss, because on the 16th he said he bought 40%. So, but he wouldn't show that, right? What do y'all use to make checks? Dyer, I'm not sure. I made that thing on just like the intro on like a little studio maker. But yeah, so anyways, so we peaked up into that previous structure, right? That's why I always say it's so important to look back at the previous structure, and we rejected right off of it, right? As soon as we got under the VWAP, we started to sell down pretty hard. We hit that nice little bottom, and if you guys remember, we had our lines on, let's see, on trading view, because yesterday we had to go old school, right?
Yeah, yesterday was pretty funny.
And now we're getting a nice little sell off. But so you see, remember we had this line down here, and this line was based off of the previous market structure. And this is what I'm saying, right? So a lot of times when stuff bounces, people are kind of like, you think you might use go charting more in the future? Chappies is learning it. Maybe. I do like it. So once I get a little bit more familiar with it, yeah, I mean I do like it, to be honest with you guys. And it's cheaper, I guess, too. So, more affordable for the community. That's what we're all about. But so here is this this support line that we bounced off of last night that we're kind of looks like rapidly approaching right now. And what the fuck is this? And so what's happening is this is the previous market structure, right? We're in this structure here, this upper structure, kind of ranging, right? We broke down, tested down here, and then kind of shot up, right? But we expected to see some action at this level here because we got this test when buyers came back in on the initial push. Buyers came back in, got rejected, came back in, we back tested that level, and then came up, right? So that right there is our market structure level. And that's one thing that you guys got to look for, especially because I know how much you guys love buying lows. Some of you, right? Oh shit, there we go. And so that's why we got this little, I mean, this line it's been here since yesterday, right? We had it yesterday on the thing. So $20 for gold, and you can trade Binance on it. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, and Coinbase. And so
That's pretty dope.
yeah, $20 for gold. What? Like gold futures? And so we'll see how we act right here. Look, we have this test here. It rejects another test, and then finally come back. It back tests this level and then comes through as its way up. So it kind of looks like it's building a little bit of structure a little bit higher, right? But you know, overall our trend is still down, right? And if yeah, I don't know, when does refrigerator rhyme with indicator? Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
So,
I think
it does. It definitely does. Yeah. You gotta start getting some Eminem.
All those other words also rhyme as well. I mean, kind of. Doink said gold,
the gold plan. Oh, okay. $20 for the gold plan. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'll probably mess around with it today after I get back from the farmer's market. I do like how it looks. I just want to be able to mess with the tick size so I can see a little bit more. What are all those red horizontal lines? These are just lines that I've drawn on my chart because I like red lines. No, I'm just kidding. These are all the like the previous support lines. So we were about right here yesterday when I had drawn all these lines, because I think we got upstream like around 10 o'clock. And so these were all like the levels that I was looking for, you know, as we were going forward, seeing if we broke this consolidation. So this would have been a great spot to, you know, get short. And then, you know, ultimately this level right down here, this 31.12, you know, hopefully some of you guys caught it. This is the level that we were talking about getting short from. You can make many things rhyme that wouldn't with a little accenting. Yeah, it's like rapping in Spanish. Everything rhymes.
That is a fact, man.
What's up, Serendipity?
When I listen to like Puerto Rican music, man, oh boy, they make everything rhyme, bro.
Well, that's what's so funny. What's that Puerto Rican song that everyone loves with Justin Bieber?
I have I think I know what you're talking about, but I have no idea right now. Yeah.
Like, you know, it's funny because like all these white people sing that song and they have no idea, you know, what they're saying in Spanish, but they know all the Spanish words, right? But the song is just so catchy that they're like, just
that's all that matters, man. If you can put something catchy, I mean, you know, I mean, remember, you know, yeet, you know, whip, nay, nay, like all that, you know, it's just catchy stuff, man. Dang, that price action's gnarly.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, you know, a lot of people were kind of getting sick of the range, so you got a chance to make some cash, right? And the shitty thing about this sell-off right here is it probably cost people, you know, some cash that are using momentum indicators, because if you look at this trend right here, you know, we kind of hit the bottom, and then, you know, there was people that were saying like this was the bottom. They were saying it yesterday on a couple of shows out there. And so, yeah, there is some Spanish rap that's fire, bro.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's the facts.
I listen to like a decent amount of Spanish rap actually. But you can't understand Spanish. It just sounds dope though, right? But so yeah, we got on this you know, let's say this airplane right here, and well, not well, I guess some of us wrote it up, right? This is a rough one, guys.
Oh yeah, I see how you're trying to do it.
It's this one's pretty bad, right?
Might have to flow with it and just go wherever the
But that's why this airplane looks like this, because, you know, this is a market maker's trap, right? And then you've just got, you know, something up here that's basically just preventing this this airplane from flying any higher, and that's why the airplane looks like shit. Is because it's you know, gets a little crash moment, right? And you've got all of these momentum indicators right here that are basically just pointing up, right? Even after that rejection, you know, you get this, and then all of a sudden price comes down. And where does it come down to? Right into market structure, guys. Right into market structure. So this is the perfect setup for you guys. right into market structure, comes back, it back tests into market structure, rejects, and then comes down, right? And let's say you miss this initial entry, because these are the perfect entries that you guys are looking for. There was a bullish divergence. People definitely went long. Oh yeah, somebody posted something with Market Cipher saying that they were going to go long on the interweb.
Dude, my dog's going insane right now. What the heck?
Right. And so, but that's the thing. So without knowing the market structure, because we know that we have this previous market structure here, it popped up, rejected, came back down, and so now what we're looking to see it do is hold the top of market structure before we decide to get into a long position, right? But we see it break down back into structure. So now, you know, we have our structure. We're still waiting on an entrance. We see it break the low of structure. Next bar opens up, ticks up back into structure, and starts to trade out, right? Boom. That's where your first possible entry would have been at. And then as it breaks down to these lows, now you know we're breaking the low of structure. Let's say you miss it, right? And then here's your back test. Back test into the low of structure. They say no thank you, and price trades down. So even if, you know, you're waiting to get in on these pullbacks, right? You're talking about, you know, let's just say that you got in around here, which is 31.2. You know, you have you know, your targets based off of the past, and then you've got, you know, a little 500 point move, and then all the way to 1,000 point move, depending upon, you know, when you decided to take profits. And then the same thing, you know, kind of currently going on now is this is just testing into market structure. Look, we have our structure here. We come into the structure, try to break the top of structure, can't, and then boom, sell off, right? Let's say you didn't get in. The pullback into the bottom of structure, what does it do? It rejects. Trades down. And then it's trading back down into the support. TPO Bootcamp's really going to be an art class. I'm sure we've got some artists in here. We've got everything in here, you know. We've got nurse anestheticists, we've got barbers, we've got mechanics, we've got wood makers.
A lot of smart people, man.
You know, we've got
very skilled people.
Yeah, we've got a community that just, like, you know, we do it all, right? If we were ever to be on The Walking Dead, we'd be set.
I was about to say that.
We have, you know, a little bit of everything.
I was just about to say that, dude. Yeah, we would have, if we were in an apocalypse type of situation, like, we would definitely have all sorts of skills.
Right.
You know, it'd be crazy. But first things first, you know, like a zombie outbreak happens and we meet up and we become like an actual community in real life, dude. Gotta go to Fort Knox to see if that gold is in that safe.
That gold's not
go there and go find nothing in there.
An armory and find some bullets first. Gold's gonna not be worth shit. Yo, so I was talking to one of my people at work, right? Well, one of the old NCOs that I worked with, and we're talking about like the apocalypse and stuff like that. And so Andy's does modeling, nice, and he was like, you know, talking about like, oh, you know, what would you do, you know, if there was like an apocalypse, blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, you got to think about it, right? Tired there's no rules, right? So there's no rules because the law is obviously gone. And so, you know, he's like, yeah, you need to be good at hunting and fishing and all that stuff. And I'm like, why do I need to be good at hunting and fishing if you're good at hunting and fishing? And he's like, well, you know, I'm only going to be getting stuff from my family. And I was like, dude, you got to think about it. You know, most people don't have a killer instinct anymore. I was like, but for me, I was like, I just watch you leave your little hutch and go fishing. And then on your way back, I just take your shit. What would you do? And he's like, I'm like, see, I was like, these are the things that people forget, you know? That's why jiu-jitsu and MMA and fighting, that stuff, people think, oh, I don't need to know how to fight, or I don't need to know how to survive. Some of these skills still can be important, in the future. Ammo was your best investment? Yeah, I've got a closet just full of ammo.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie,
Just
bro.
in case.
Ever since I took combatives level 1 and 2, bro, because I've never taken fighting classes before and I've never really been in fights. And it wasn't much, right? But since I once I understood the basics of how a fight works and the theory of it and how to maintain it, I am more confident in reaction based situations when they come to like hand-on-hand combat.
Yeah, you're
Like towards the end of that class, man.
Yeah.
What's up?
No, testing that fight or flight simulation.
Yeah,
So when I
yeah.
used to teach those classes, that's kind of what we would do, is push people to their limits to kind of see how they were going to react.
You're like in fight or flight. Yeah, you're like in fight or flight, but like you have to figure it out because you're it's like it's like an artificially induced fight or flight response in the class. They try to get you to get that, like when you have to, when the instructor has to punch you in the face during the clenching drills, bro.
Yeah.
You're just like, bro, I hope I don't get stick by this guy. And dude, I got stuck hard in the face, but like what I did is like I knew I was gonna get hit by this guy. I knew his reflexes were faster, and people were getting smacked up. So what I did was like I went in knowing I was gonna get hit in the face, but I grabbed onto his collar.
Nice.
So even if I got hit, I have that grip on his collar. I can recover and get back and close the distance. So like it's just stuff like that. Like I would never think about that. I would never think about how to use his uniform to my advantage. Like, to grab the collar, block my head. Still got smacked hard, bro. I'm surprised I didn't get a concussion, but because that dude jacked me up.
Yeah, that was like my favorite thing, punching those people.
Dude, they got those boxing gloves and they're full swinging it, man. They don't care. They made like 4 people bleed out of their noses, bro. So they don't care. It's like, what the heck?
Progressive, I'm shooter flight.
I'm shooter flight.
To determine structure, right, what you're looking at is a test of these levels. So when you see a nice make the pen a little bit bigger, when you see a nice tops and bottoms ish, kind of bouncing off of these same spots, that's where you're getting this structure. So like yesterday when we were on stream, when we broke up above this and then back tested it and didn't break down into the structure, we also held the VWAP, then we got this nice pop up, right? That would have been a nice trade. And that's kind of what we were actually talking about yesterday, was a break of this top, or a break of this top, and then your first target was that break of A, and then there was another level back here as well that we were talking about. And that's kind of what you're looking for when you're making these trades. That's going to help you make these targets, right? And so the next thing I wanted to go over with you guys, I mean, if you guys are still trading, I'm not sure. Jiu-jitsu is great. Yeah, I like jiu-jitsu. Local leaders will emerge. There'll be conflicts, Edrin. Not looking forward to that timeline at all. Yeah. The next thing I wanted to go over was the COT report. So I've talked to a lot of people about this report, right? And we always want to see what asset managers are doing. So the past couple of weeks, we've seen asset managers take off some of their long position, but not by much. Nothing over 10, right? But this week we see 98. So they're really getting rid of those longs, and look, they added 110 to their short positions, right? So not only are asset managers, kind of getting rid of their long positions, but they're also adding a lot to their shorts, right? And this is as of 6/22. So I'm sure they're still, holding on to this. For an old man, I would recommend jiu-jitsu. Yeah, there's some older guys that go to my jiu-jitsu gym, and some of them are fucking badass. But so this is something that you guys want to look at, right? You just type in COT, Bitcoin COT report into Google, and it will pop up. And this just lets us know, as of last Tuesday, what big money was doing, right? So they were adding to their short, and they were taking off their long. And this is, one thing that you've definitely got to start paying attention to. Someone said it's going down. It's going down. right? And if we break this low, where were we talking? If we break this low, our next level down is here. Our next level down is at 29.31.
Yeah, price action's gnarly.
Anyways, so what you're wanting to pay attention to is seeing what they're doing. The past couple of weeks, we hadn't seen asset managers really cover their long positions like we are seeing this week. We've seen them add to their shorts, and that's just because they were hedging against their overall long position. But now you see, look at this. They have 419 long position, 739 short positions. So that tells you that they are net short, right? They are, expecting a down move, but you have to remember this is as of last Tuesday, so they've definitely taken some profit. But over this weekend, when there's not a lot of volume, they might try to push it down even farther, trying to get paid because they are short, right? So that's something that you have to make sure that you're paying attention to. So this report comes out every Friday, but it's as of Tuesday, right? And it's something, I'm sure that they do it like that on purpose, so we don't get the jump on them and see that all these asset managers positions are short, so we can just buy a short and sit there and hold. What website is the CME long versus shorts on? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. This is just the report that I pay attention to. And then another one that we can look at, what the fuck, is, what's going on here? The US dollar index. So, like I said, you guys should be tracking the dollar. You guys should be looking at the dollar. Yeah, we can look at ETH real quick. Let's see.
I try to get in.
Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, so ETH is about to break that low. Let's see. I have the levels on ETH from yesterday. Yeah, so if we do break this low, we do have a little bit of support at 1708. And then down here, and then the next level's way down here. We could theoretically, what could theoretically happen if there was no more Bitcoins to buy on exchanges, like everything withdrawn to wallets? So that's kind of what I was talking about, Sirman. I think it was a couple weeks ago, where I posted on Twitter that we're seeing a lot of big money take their Bitcoins and put them in wallets, right? And what that allows them to do is lower the float of Bitcoin, right? So there's less coins available, and they're able to push the price around, or kind of bully the price around, a little bit more. And that's kind of what where I think we were about 40K. And I guess I was a little bit cryptic with the message. That's what people told me. So next time I'll try to be a little bit less cryptic. I tweeted that on June 16th. Caught a bit of that short. Nice. What's up, Burnett? Oh yeah, there's the website. Thanks, Perishable. And so, that's how are you seeing the levels? I'm just using previous market structure. That's it. All right, you just kind of give yourself a nice little zoom out and look for these previous market structure levels. And so this is like the halfway point of this bar, and this is probably the halfway point, or close to the halfway point of this bar. And this is on ETH that we're on, guys and gals. So it'll be interesting here to see who's gonna break their low first, right? Because a lot of times what's been happening is Bitcoin's been breaking its low and ETH has not. It's not a so that would make price go sky high and would force people to use altcoins. Well, the way that it would work, right, is they would just get to manipulate the price a little bit. So if you owned, let's say you owned 100 out of 200 coins, and you're a buyer, right? You want to buy, and you're trying to buy some of these 200 coins, right? And this guy, he's trying to sell some of his 200 coins, and this is everybody else. But you have all these people that own 50 well, one third of all the Bitcoin is owned by governments and stuff like that. And you buy a little here, and then you say, I'm not buying anymore until we get down here. Well, what happens is somebody eventually is going to be like, you know what, I'm just going to sell one. And so they sell one down here, right? And then the people that own these coins, these are retail traders, they're like, oh shit, look at prices dropping, I need to sell. And then there's a panic, right? And this is what big money and market makers prey on, is the emotions of the retail trader, understanding that it will basically be a mad dash for the door, right? That's why they're lowering the supply, and they're putting all this. That's why they were lowering the supply and putting it all into the wallets, so they could move the price the way that they wanted to move it. And if we go back, to, was the 16th, when we were talking about this, and so it was this day right here, and I mean, this was a nice short that I'm pretty sure that we caught, right? Just big old market structure. Everyone was hating on this price action because we weren't moving. We broke down, we back tested it, we sold off, we back tested the low of the structure, and then sold off again, right? And this was what I was kind of alluding to, is that this is basically what they were doing at that point. And they're fine shorting. So they're shorting on this way, building their short on the way up, because they have their plan of what they're going to do, because they're not trading intraday like a lot of people are, and they can also hold a position for an extended period of time, a lot longer than we can hold it, right? And so what happens is they just lower their bid, right? All these people that bought it, as soon as you buy something, right, what do you turn into? You turn into a seller. So you buy something here and you're trying to sell it, right? But you don't sell it, and so price comes down, right? And now you still haven't sold it, and price is going down. And you still haven't sold it, and price is going down. And so now these buyers, because the people that buy tops are who? Retail traders, right? People that don't know what they're doing. They're buying this top. This is where they're getting their long position, their huge long. They're like, I'm all in, right? This is where Crypto Face bought 40% of his position. They're That's what he said on stream, right? Those are not my words, and I'm not guessing on that. He said it on stream. You could go back in our streams, and I played it live for you.
Those are just facts.
He said he said he bought 40% here. So since has such a huge account, that's a pretty decent chunk. We have this down move, and retail traders are looking for the door. They're looking for that exit, right? They're trying to find that parachute so they can pull the ripcord and possibly have a little a little safe landing, right? This is a little like army guy. You've got his little
this man's trying to just describe the airborne to me.
his little parachute, right? Because they're trying to get a nice little fall down. Oh, you got a crazy storm doing? Right,
is that Among Us right there?
They're trying to catch a safe little ride down. And so what happens is you start seeing this mad dash for the door, and we just hit a huge sell-off, and this is just panic selling, right? And who's buying this stuff up as retail traders are panicking for the door is market makers, right? They're like, sure, yeah, sell it. And that's why you saw so many liquidations. Like, we had so many liquidations in the past few weeks, because this is what's happening. And then right here, who's shorting right here and who's shorting here? Retail traders. Because they took a loss up here, right? Or somewhere throughout this area. They took a loss. And then right here, they decided, okay, we're gonna go to 25K. They watched some video on YouTube that told them, oh, this is it. We're gonna go to 25K, and then we're gonna go to 12K, and then blah blah blah, and then they short the shit out of this. And who's buying it up? Market makers. They're like, yeah, sure. We'll buy the rest of this up. They buy it up. They take price up. And people are like, oh, okay, we're back to 35K. Then they watch another Facebook video or a YouTube video. They're like, we're going back to 40. They buy all this up. What do market makers do? They say, hey, you can have it. We'll sell it to you. Right? This is why I'm not a huge fan, especially in the crypto space, of buying and holding overnight, because you never know what's going to happen. Everything can change overnight, right? So you could have bought last night, went to bed expecting us to break out of this structure and up into this upper structure, and now we're back down below, right? And this is what the market makers do, right? Let's look at some of these indicators. Which one is it? Is it A or it's B?
B.
Right? So like you have all these waves kind of pointing up for you. I mean, I don't know what any of this shit means, to be honest with you, but and you don't get that sell signal till the end of this bar, so you still had time to get into a short if you're using the Fu Manchu. But you're having this, this is what someone was talking about, this bullish divergence. And so there is a lot of retail traders that are trading off momentum indicators that we're longing in this position. I guarantee it, right? And that's what market makers are out here looking for. They're looking for some people to buy these tops, because that's what retail traders do. They FOMO into everything. Trip Tony cut that short, nice. They FOMO into everything. Morning Auto. And so there's just some wholesaler just like, sure, you want to buy it? I'll sell it to you right here.
I feel like that's like being on a waterfall and just waiting to see if it is a waterfall, and then you see, you're like, oh crap, and you start trying to paddle away. You're like, it's too late now, buddy.
Well, and the thing is too is what happens is you get this little bounce bar, but what are we looking at? We're looking at the structure of this, right? We understand, like, here's the tops of these, right? These are all the tops. These are all the bottoms here. We break out, hold the structure. Somebody FOMO's in here, and instead of cutting their loss, they hold because they think, oh, we're just gonna bounce, right? And that's what causes these big liquidations, right? And then people feel the FOMO, so they start shorting down here at the bottom. Market makers are buying it up, and that's when we get back to our famous weedle moment, right? When weedle is just kind of popping out of the ground and just soaking all of this up.
I just buying that up, ain't even bothering them, bro.
Yeah, well, and then what happens is the people that took a loss right here, tried to short here, took another loss, then decided, oh, okay, we're going to bounce, we're going to attack this high. They bought right here. What comes up? We pop up into the low of the structure, right? We're getting a little carried away with these drawings. So we pop up into the low of this structure. We reject, right? And then trade back down. This is just pure, pure trading right here. This is, I kind of wish I cracked the bang and stayed up all night, because this would have been, easy trading for anybody at the Citadel that stayed up last night. But for people trading on, momentum indicators and things like that, and not using the TPO or the market structure, it's tough. What about huge amount of shorts done yesterday? BTC USD shorts on TradingView. Let's take a look. Oops, there it is. This is what you're talking about, this chart? I'm not really familiar with this chart. I tend not to look at stuff like this because, I don't see it. I don't really see it as useful or necessary, because you're getting this information, based off of the information, right? So this thing shows that a bunch of short positions were open on the 26th, but actually, look at this. Oh, this is really interesting, actually. This is what shows you all the FOMO. This is why we pulled back, because where's June 16th? Way back here. Let's see. Let's just zoom this fucker out. Here's the 16th, right? And so we didn't actually start seeing big short positions getting opened up until the 18th. And if we take a line right here, I'd like to see this. We came right back up to that level, and then now short positions are opening back up. But the thing is, if you look right here on the 25th, and we go back to our Bitcoin chart, on the 25th, we've already made the move down, right? So if it should just show me recent. So oh, here we go, BTC shorts. We're looking right here at the 25th, and what's happening is all of these people are opening longs. Look at all these long positions getting opened up. So this is why this can be confusing, and I think that you shouldn't look at it, because, look at this. You're going from 2,000 to 25,000 net long on the 25th, right? And if we look at just the regular BTC chart on the 25th, look what's happening. People are catching this knife, right? That's the thing. That's why I tell you guys, don't try to buy the low, quotation marks low, because a green bar on BTC short is short. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. Up is open shorts. Okay, well, let me look back at it. That's confusing.
That is very confusing.
Kind of stupid. Where is it at?
Well, you gotta analyze something for what you see it to be, I thought the same thing.
Okay, so this is when people are opening up their shorts. I see. Okay, and so this is when people are opening up long positions. So people started opening up longs So people started opening up longs on the 18th. That's what red means. That's the amount of people that were short. Short is green on that chart. I've never used this chart, guys, so now we know. So let me. Oh, I can't duplicate it. Oh, we can do this. We can add compare to BTC perpetual. There is a long chart. Okay, so this is just showing you the rise of net short positions and then short positions getting closed. Okay, that makes sense. Let me get rid of this actually.
Bam. Be like, what?
So what we really need to look at is then when it tapered off. So 15 June. So 15 June is up here, and that's when we were kind of hitting that range. And then we started seeing people closing their shorts on the way down, right? Which for me kind of, doesn't make sense because you would think you'd be seeing the opening of shorts, I guess. But I guess that's just profit taking, right? So that chart might actually be pretty helpful as far as paying attention to when you start to see a flattening, right? When you start to see a flattening, you can probably expect a little bit of a move. It doesn't mean necessarily, get short or get long, but you can kind of see, on these flattening moves, pretty much every time it does flatten out, there is a move coming after it, right? So that's actually not a bad thing. This one's a lot less smooth compared to the previous one. I'll add this to my analysis, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I never knew about this chart. Like I said, I just pretty much focus on the actual chart itself. I try not to get, at least for me, right? I get a little bit biased when I start looking at a lot of things like that, right? We could try to add it. And compare it to BT. To the longs. Is there a way to make this into candles? There we go. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of how this is presented. It's weird. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the presentation that they do on TradingView. They put it on percentage, so I guess it just tells you that there's a lot more shorts than there is long positions.
It does look very weird to read.
It's kind of stupid that it does this. Is there a way to add it? Let's see if I can move it to. I know there's a way to put it in a second. There's a way to add it into like a second panel, I'm pretty sure. One second, guys.
Guys, if you have not checked the website out, check it out. It's in the description. awesome. Really, the only thing on there that you are going to primarily need if you are interested in is the TPO Bootcamp. Check it out. We're going to start the classes soon, and it's going to be on July 5th. That's when we're going to start. It's going to be awesome. Everyone's going to know how to utilize TPO. It's going to be a fun time. Plus, you get access to the live trade room, so we're going to see like on the spot trades. Ooh. I need to get a different gaming chair. Guys, if I sound a little bit off today, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually feeling a little bit tired this morning. I don't know why. I just feel like everything's very heavy. I don't know. Just don't feel good. But I'm chilling. We are chilling. 3 dots, move to panel below.
Oh, okay, here we go. And is there a way to take it off the percentage? I guess this works though. This looks good. I guess you just kind of have to look up, you know, kind of, look up what, basically just look up, I mean, I would just open 2 different charts and look at them side by side. That's what I like to do. Your soul is catching up to you after that move. Top right corner. What am I looking for up here? Chart properties. In the left near the clock.
What is it that you're looking for?
Oh, here we go.
The stream is a little laggy, so that is pretty annoying. Not like laggy, just like there's just like latency, that's all. Which is perfectly normal. I keep snorting into the mic. I keep forgetting to mute it, my bad.
Yeah,
I think I'm have allergies.
Yeah, so this is a good picture for us, right? So we're seeing like as people are opening up shorts, there is still people you know, still buying. We see this little flattening of the short positions being opened. And we are not seeing, let me change this. There we go. And so we see right here, I guess, which is right here, a bunch of people are dumping long positions. So we see like kind of a mad rush for the door. But see, this is what I'm talking about. We're seeing long positions opening up on this way down, and this is where the market makers are kind of soaking some of this stuff up, but you're also getting a ton of people trying to catch a falling knife, right? And with something like this, right, it's weird that these lines are off. How can they be lined up right here and then I move over here and they're off? I don't know. And so with you know, as these short positions open or close, you're having long positions open up, and then look at right here, we see a bunch of short positions open up and a bunch of long positions at the same time, right? And this is on the 25th of June. So let's go back to our full-size chart, take a peek at what happens on the 25th. Oh shit, dude, now all my shit's on percent. I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh my god.
I was trying to change something. That's in percentages.
Yeah, my thing's in percentages. It's all fucked up. Okay.
On TradingView. Here, let me see. You got to go to. Let me see if I can find it.
It's fixed.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a reset thing on here.
And so on the 25th, right? If we look at this, there was a bunch of people opening up short positions, right, on this push down, but there was also a bunch of people opening up long positions, right? Right here, you're talking about. Yeah, price, percentage, value according to scale. Okay, got it. And so what's happening is the people that are buying on this downfall are catching knives, right? And that's the thing is when I tell you guys, don't try to buy these bottoms, don't try to time these bottoms, you know, and if you do catch a fade trade is, you know, buying along in a downtrend. If you buy here, don't expect it to be running up to, you know, 40K. Just take your small percentage that you're catching on this fade trade. Even here, right? If you're buying here, you know, understand that this thing might not just rally up, so don't just hold on forever expecting it to just keep going up. Oh yeah, that does work. T-Lev, like take a little bit of honey, because you know I've heard that taking a lot of allergy medicine can cause like early onset Alzheimer's. So you know I stopped taking it a while back, and you know just take like a little bit of honey, like just put it in like one of your drinks or something like that from like local bees, and it will improve your allergies like by 1,000 times.
1000x, man.
Yeah,
That's always good.
1000x, exactly.
Where's midnight? You know. Hey man, you get your baguette from midnight yet?
Not yet. He's still lost. All right, so let's get back to the COT report, the one that I want you guys to start tracking. Right, I want you guys to start taking a look at this. I mean, even if you don't track the COT report, start looking at the US dollar on TradingView, right? And so we saw a bunch of asset managers get long on the dollar, and they cut their short position on the dollar, right? The dollar did rally this week. And so what is that telling you is that money's coming out of crypto, right? Here's the crypto, and it's going in, you know, to this dollar. And so if you start seeing a bunch of asset managers or a bunch of, you know, big money start to get long on the dollar, and you're long in crypto, that's just giving you a early warning signal that, okay, you know, I need to maybe, you know, think about that, right? I need to say, well, maybe it's maybe I need to protect myself, right? Protect my downside. And look at leverage funds. This is why I tell you guys, most hedge funds out there lose money. You know, people are all trying to focus on what hedge funds are doing. Look at hedge funds got short on the dollar, and they probably got murdered this week. This is why the market, you know, keeps going up, is because you have these huge leveraged funds, these hedge funds that are just shorting the market, shorting. Like if we go back to Bitcoin, let's see. Was it financial, agriculture, petroleum? Where's crypto at? Am I blind? There's micro Bitcoin. Where's regular Bitcoin? There it is. look at these. This is what I'm talking about. Like, look at these leveraged funds, right? These are these hedge funds, and what are they doing? They're cutting their short position and their long position. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing, right? And this is what's happening. Is they just, I mean, they're kind of just lost in the wind. They have no idea what the price action is, and so it's it's kind of blowing their mind. I'll post the link for you, Catherine. How do you know it's coming out of crypto and not another asset? Because the dollar and crypto are negatively correlated, right? So if the dollar is typically going up, you'll see you'll start seeing, you see the dollar, it's negative 50.55%. But what you're seeing is the dollar, started to go positive. Oh. And the dollar doesn't trade 24 hours a day. That's why it's stopping right here. But it's positive 6%. And, at that time, Bitcoin was, down about 8%, right? And so that's what's happening is you're having money come out of, it's not just coming out of crypto, not only crypto, but it is coming out of other assets because they're covering their downside, right? So if they're long on Bitcoin and they start to see the dollar rise and start to see money go into the dollar, well, they're going to cover themselves, whether they're either going to hedge, so they're going to get a bunch of short positions going, or they are going to just sell their Bitcoin, right? So they're just going to get out. And so if we look at the Bitcoin chart, and this is what I was telling you guys, you see them, this is the first week that I've seen the COT report look like this in the past 2 months, that they sold Bitcoin, right? They got out of a long position and added to their short position. So not only did they get out of their long position, everything they got out of long, they went short with, right? So they still hold a long position, right? But they got out of everything that they took out of their long, they put into the short. And this is the first week that we've seen that, right? And if we go back, I think we can look at the previous we can look at last week's. So you saw last week they added, right? So this is on the 15th, right? They had added to their long position and cut their short position, right? And then here's a short position cut 2 weeks ago, but it's a small number, right? We go back to the first, right? They added 3. So this week is the first week that I've seen in a while where we see a bigger number of shorts getting cut, right? And that's definitely something that you're gonna want to pay attention to. Another thing to track, that I like to track is these 10 years. This would be more for the market as well, but I just like to see the 10 year to see where, people are putting their money. People are still short the 10 year. But those two things, the dollar and Bitcoin, those are two things that you really should be tracking together.
Yeah, you hear a lot of people talk about it, guys. No one really does it. It's really important to look at the Dixie.
Yep. And so let's take a peek back at price action. Seems like it's doing, nothing, kind of bounced off this lower level. Now we're kind of just chilling. This would have been a nice single print fill here for those of you that took that long. Does anyone have any questions?
Everyone's just trying to get them red pills.
Why specifically the 10-year versus any of the others? It's just more negatively correlated. It's more tracked, right? So like if with the 10-year, if you start to see the 10-year get above like that 1.6, 1.7, so if we go here, oops, not what I want to do.
Go charting has a lot of stuff that is very useful. Oh, that Go chart.
Oh, Go chart, yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's a nice catchy name.
So if you start to see this US 10-year start to climb up above, you know, like 1.6 or so, and you know, if you're looking at the 10-year, you just look at it on the daily. You don't need to break it down because you're not really trading it. But when you start to see it get up into this 1.6, you know, 1.7 level, and you saw the US 10-year sell off, you saw it kind of go up a little bit, but you know, no one's really worried about anything until it's getting up above this 1.6 half, 1.7 level. But as we saw it sell off, we saw the stock market, the US stock market, hit up all-time high, right? Have I heard of Quant Tower? Yeah, I have heard of Quant Tower. It's a good platform for, I know a couple people that use it to trade futures as well. Decentralized says, explain why using a limit order is better than using a market order. So when you're using a limit order, you're not paying the fees. It depends what exchange you're on, but some of the fees that you're paying on the exchanges are directly correlated with whether the order is market or limit. And so by using a limit order, you can kind of save yourself, right? It could be hedging. What do you mean hedging against what?
Inflation. That's everyone's number one answer, you know, is inflation.
Yeah, if you have AMP futures account, you get to use Quant Tower for free. It's because that's who makes it, AMP. What's going on here? I'm on the daily. I was like, holy shit, what's going on? Do I watch any wallets or on-chain analysis? No,
Yeah,
I mean, I just look to see like what size is transferring in and out of wallets and where it's going to. The thing about the crypto space is there's so many different exchanges that if you were to try to track all of that, you'd probably need like a computer that's going to, you know, cipher all that information for you.
For people that do like on-chain analysis and stuff, right, guys? Like, because I started off with like you know, on-chain, like that's how I got into Bitcoin before it ran up, like around December of last year. Is because I kind of did like a lot of on-chain analysis, but like this, you're gonna have to like separate on-chain analysis and TPO because, you know, you develop such a heavy bias if you just, you know, keep focusing on on-chain analysis while doing this, because the fundamentals and the way and the properties of how a certain cryptocurrency's tokenomics might be may make it, look like it's going to go to a certain price, but it kind of clouds your judgment as to where the price action is going to go in the short term, which you can benefit from also. So, let's just be very careful. Like the stock to flow X says that Bitcoin should be at like 100,000 soon, right? But how likely is that to happen? Well, looking at this, based off of TPO, it looks like the entire price action has just been heading down for the most part. Did you know that, Brad? That like that's that model that says that Bitcoin should be like at 100K?
Yeah, you've talked about it to me like 1,000 times, and I just ignore it because it's all bullshit.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you never know. Imagine. No, I think it's gonna take some time, but it's Bitcoin truly is very rare. People don't understand how rare it is, and I think that's why it's so highly undervalued. It's just the applications for it are actually honestly limitless. It's kind of insane, but the majority of the world doesn't accept it, so we got to deal with that. So that's just the reality.
Well, and that's that's why I tried to say, like, if you're using something and then you start using another thing, and then you start using another thing, and then you start using another thing, eventually you're going to have basically, like, you're going to overwhelm yourself. You're going to have like information paralysis, where you're seeing and trying to absorb so much information that you don't know what to do, right? Exactly. You're kind of stuck at that point. Michael, so when I'm waiting for a retest, right? So if I'm so here's a nice little stop run, right? Stop run. Let me know if you guys like that.
Yes, man.
We're about to hit it again, right? And so, basically, you're just waiting for it to retest the level. It could be within the same bar. You're not waiting for another bar to form, since we are trading on the 30-minute chart, right? But if you're looking for a breakout and a retest, so if something like this situation here, if you were to go long from here, which I wouldn't recommend, wait till we get up into this other upper structure. But if you were to try to catch the long dope, here, bro. You saw that it pops up, it tests and then kind of went right, and so really what you're looking for is for it to hold this level, right?
That was funny as hell, Brad.
Did you go like that?
I did not expect that. I heard you talk about it, but I didn't. The stream is a little delayed, so I'm looking at it. I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
dude, that was funny. You had the office. He said, "What?"
No, he says thank you.
Oh, he said thank you. Yeah, dude, I died, dude. I didn't even expect the second one, bro. I'm about to be honest with you. That threw me off. Oh man, that was a good laugh. I needed that.
Yeah, and those green dots might be right.
Look at that rip, man.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
And that's where we come right up to this top, and. Now it's peaking its head above the VWAP, and you want to see if buyers are going to respond to hold that VWAP, right? What is a single print? So a single print is just a liquidation, right? So like right here, there was single prints before. We had single prints from here to here, and then from here to here until these bars came back and traded up through it. And so the single print is basically just a liquidation. So you have a bunch of people that are long back here, and they're closing their position by selling, and so they're getting closed. And this is kind of like that mad race for the doors. They're trying to get out of their long position so fast that it's just causing the bid to fall all the way out. And so in order to get out, they have to sell it for less and less and less, and buyers realize this, and so they're like, well, I'm not going to buy it here if you're really trying to sell it, so I'll just buy it lower. And that's what causes those single prints. So it's just a liquidation zone. This is the single prints here, not this one. and then as it trades up, right, you have a bunch of people that were short in this area, so you can expect price to kind of charge through that area. And it's something that you track to see. So if this bar were to come up, let's say, and come, you know, within a couple of ticks but not fill the single prints, you can expect a bit of a retrace after, because we weren't able to fill them. Is quant better than exo charts? Quant is I mean, I think it's better than exo charts. Yeah, it does a lot more. It just is a matter of if you're going to use it to its full potential. Comparing the COT with the Bitcoin chart, if the shorts are increased on the COT charts, this means longs increase. Am I understanding the correlation? No. So if we're looking at Bitcoin and we're looking at the COT report, so this is them adding to their short position here. So they're adding to their short position and they're cutting their long position. So this is telling us that asset managers, big money, people that know what they're doing with their money, are net short. I know my handwriting's really good. And so yeah, but yeah, quant tower is nice. And if you open up an AMP futures account, it's free, and then you guys can trade futures with me. I'll teach you how to read the magic footprint chart, right, that everyone wants to learn.
Dude, everyone wants to learn the footprint before they learn TPO.
Yeah.
Or order flow and all that stuff, man. It's just...
Cool. I'm gonna get my son some breakfast real quick. Be right back.
For sure, man. Guys, it looks like it's just you and I. It's just us. We meet once again. One more gain. Got him. Quant Tower's update rate is very fast. You can see price line flow instead of stutter. Oh, nice. That would be very that'd be very beneficial. Oh, that was a good stop release. I hope you guys got some good trades in. Quant Tower. Yeah, guys, my back hurts. I'm feeling tired for no reason. The schedule's been jacked. I got everything moved. I mean, literally posted a picture on the Instagram, like how much stuff I have in the living room, and there is a large amount of stuff in the. There's a good quantity. We're just sorting everything out. It just sucks that it's an apartment and that there's, you know, really it's just hard to separate the items as you're putting them in to the residence. La residencia. But it's really because I wanted to save money mainly, you know, not that I need to, but you know, I'm not gonna sit in my house forever if I have a good amount of like equity in it, which was the goal, right? The market appreciated, and you know, I'm just trying to get out of the house, right? Go into something very transitional while I make my investment decisions, and then move on from there. Yeah, Alex, you are right. I did forget it was Friday. Or Saturday. I forgot yesterday was Friday. I was like looking at the phone. I was like, oh, it's Friday. And then obviously since I'm so tired right now, you know, I forgot it was Saturday. Like I don't even know what day it is. But yeah, definitely if you know, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right? Like try to stay away from trading. So they get you, you know. They tell you can buy your first Lambo, but in reality, man, you know, they get you with that that Ripper, you know? And then reality, you didn't get in that Ripper because you got stopped out and you're like, oh, I thought I could get the Lambo. Darn it, you know? That was me, man. That was me. Now I took what is called the chill pill, so things are a little bit better. I took it prescribed alongside the red pill. Dyer, C130 update on wife's recovery. Give her our best. Yeah, I mean she's good. She's fine. She feels better. She had a little. She had a few bruises on her arm, which kind of sucked, man. Because like they look they were from the IV, so they went. We went to the ER. They took her to the ER, and they tried to get her blood sample, but they jacked her up. They poked her, and they couldn't get the vein, and they did it like 4 times in different spots. They were messing it up, and they could not get the vein. So what happened was she had these tiny, you know, internal blood clots pretty much on her arm, and it looked like I would like grab her by her arm forcibly, like type stuff, and I feel like that's what people thought, which kind of sucked. So, but I mean, they messed her up over there. She's good though. You know, the car got totaled. We're getting back the money for it. That'll cover it. Everything is good. We're chilling. You know, little bit of bruises for her though. She bruises very easily, very very easily. She's good. Thank God.
Best you'll be able to buy is a Lambo tractor.
Lambo tractor.
Also, Progressive Martian, that was James that was saying don't trade on the weekends, right? Sometimes the weekends are like an ATM when it comes to this, and so you know that's that's something that you need to realize. And he's more talking about futures and stuff like that, which you can't even trade on the weekends, but. The housing market is about to crash hard.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got out, because you know, Progressive. I got in right with the VA loan, you know, because when you're a veteran, you know, they guarantee those loans. You guarantee up to like 3/4 of it, so they're easy to get approved by the bank or by a lender. So you know, I bought it for 0 down. Only thing I ever paid on that house was the principal and the interest, and you know, the principal you pretty much get it back when you sell the house. So it's really just the interest and property taxes that I paid for that, and maybe a little bit of maintenance through time, but not much at all, right? And I'm selling it for a crazy amount of profit, and you know, it's just like wow. And the market is about to crash because interest rates are coming back up. So I mean, maybe not crash, but correct, you know. So it's just like I'm glad I found a buyer at the right time, because I have a oh crap, my back hurts. Give me 1 sec. I have an area in the house that can be turned to 4th bedroom, and my dad knows how to he knew how to do all that construction stuff. So I got with him, and we built the 4th bedroom for like $1,000, like $1,000 to $2,000 to like get all the materials. We did all the labor. Man, guys, like I'm telling you, I literally flipped. Like when you talk about flipping a house, right, for like no money, right? I'm talking like I put that thing on its roof. You know, like it's crazy. But yeah, I would highly, if you guys are interested into other forms of investing and you have a good amount of capital, I would highly recommend looking into real estate as well. But that's a whole nother different topic. I just got carried away with what I got going on, because I mean, I've been in and out, and it kind of sucks. Like this is like the last 2 days I've legitimately been able to sit here and talk. My bad, Brad, if I'm ranting, man.
No, you're good.
Been, you know, I just been in and out sometimes because of what I'm doing, so it kind of sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is a little more volatile on the weekend just because you get.
I don't know if he came back from giving Curtis his food.
Can you guys hear me?
I heard him. I don't know.
Can you hear me? Yo, put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me.
Progressive 27 million foreclosures are set to go. Woof. The 2000 market was only. Ooh,
yo,
wow.
Can you guys hear me?
That is gonna be interesting. I'm just sad that I can't like this twice a day, David. The funding fee.
Oh yeah, they can hear me. It's just
crypto digs. Yeah, it is more volatile on the weekend. I'm only just saying that just out of love, guys. You know, I wouldn't say you know, just that's just me. I am obviously, you know, not as so what's the word I'm looking for? You know, not as eccentric with the time price opportunities Bitcoin Brad is. You know, so I'm very give me 1 sec, guys.
Yo, they can hear me, but you can't hear me, so you need to fix your headset. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm talking right now. Maybe just try to leave the call and then jump back in. Who knows? He'll fix it. He'll fix it right now.
Hello? I
Yeah.
can hear you.
So basically, you know, what's happening is like Crypto Digs is saying, you do have to be more careful. Or no, was it who said it? Was it Progressive? Yeah, you definitely have to be more careful on the weekends because you're gonna get pushed around a little bit, because there's a lot less volume. So when a big size trader comes in, they have a little bit easier of a time.
I hear you.
A little bit easier of a time, you know, pushing the market around.
That man Doink said I'm back.
Yeah.
Ramon, everyone can hear Brad. Hey
carbon
guys, don't be. I don't
too.
want. I don't want to hear from the chat. You guys going in on me like this on how I can't hear Brad. Y'all were the ones yesterday giving this man a hard time, or the day before yesterday. I heard it just fine on my phone, and like somebody would say it's good. Next person would say it's good, and then like the next 4 people would be like, oh, it's too low, and then oh, it's good. I'm just like, oh, everyone else is giving this man mixed signals, and he's changing the settings. Because the stream is delayed, so it was just giving him a hard time. I could tell.
Yeah, it was a pain, but we got it fixed. You know, Magic Man hooked me up with what I needed to do, and I figured it out. Like I said, guys, I'm not you know, a big like, you know, streaming type. You know, that's why I was reluctant when Ramon was hitting me up at first to even come on, because I wasn't really interested in, you know, going for the stream. And then, you know, you guys were so generous, you donated, and like we said, we're putting all the money, you know, back in the community. And you know, this is what the money's going towards, you know, production for you guys, so you guys are, you know, not feeling like you're getting like some bootleg information, that you guys are getting the real stuff. And you know, whenever I get new toys, I always like that to have a little bit of fun with them, right? So I found this right here. All right, so we can get a little clickety clank, right? That way you guys aren't hearing this like crazy, you know, volume from my screen, you know. And then I was able to find this GIF right here, which I love, because we love running stops in here. So I'm sure I'll find some more. I've got like 12 more buttons on this thing to fill with funny stuff. So you know, that's probably what I'll do this weekend. Whenever I get a new little toy, I like to figure out how to use it. It's just the way my brain works. Yeah, so we failed to hold that VWAP, right? And that's what we look for is price came up, couldn't hold, tried to, you know, opened here, traded up, didn't take the top of C, and then now it's trading down, right? And so now we're starting to, you know, maybe put in a little bit of structure here, right? You had this look below, rejected, came back up. Now we're looking to see if it's going to get a little bit of support off this point of control, right?
L point of control.
Need to make that stop running thing an emoji on the Discord. I don't know how to make that into the Discord. I could try. I'm sure no credits can do it, right? That's why, and I got a little.
He does have access to the emojis on the Discord.
Yeah, he did change my emoji from it was like orange and now it's yellow. The Bitcoin Brad GIF or emoji thing. It just looks better in yellow. Hang on, I gotta give Curtis his insulin.
Okay. Oh, nice. It's ripping back up. Muy bonito. Wow. It's a rough morning, guys. It is a rough morning. I need my cup of coffee to get up in the morning. I saw them other YouTubers talk on there and be like, welcome back, guys, to another video. We're going to be talking about trading Bitcoin using only one indicator. I'm just like, what? What is such sorcery? Can you please explain to me how it is that you actually do this utilizing only one indicator? Me, like probably 15, 20 days later. Oh, in reality, it was all a lie. You know, it's like, what? Oh, the shaded purple areas? Yeah. So the shaded purple areas, progressive sometimes, right? Depending on where they are. They're either buying tails, selling tails, or single prints. It just depends which one it is. The single prints you'll see, it'll just be a single bar just cutting through everything that price hasn't been back into. Like you'll see the fact that bars haven't gone back into it. Selling tail and buying tail is like pretty much like where the price climaxed at in certain points in within that swing period.
All right, I'm back.
Alex, you're not wrong, man. That's so true.
You got some Ethiopian coffee today? How was it? Still lagging. He said, admittedly, market cypher's like 17 different indicators smashed together. That's true. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's like Skittles when you leave them in the car and they melt.
Yeah.
Or gummy bears.
Yeah,
It's
so,
just like.
Oh my god. So
no, you're good.
A buying tail and a selling tail. Yeah, they are single prints at the bottom and the top. But what you're more getting from these buying tails and single tails or selling tails are what they're doing, right? So if we look at these, so you have a selling tail at the top right here, but it's very, very small, right? And these are the ones that you want to pay attention to when you have these big buying tails and selling tails, right? They're not much to pay attention to. But when you have something like this, right? And so we had our previous, let me zoom it out just a bit so we can kind of see what's happening here.
There's a spider on my wall. Give me a second.
You have, this structure here, and you have kind of like a little, it tries to, kind of tries to peek above the structure, tries to make a move, and nobody buys it, right? And then, it trades down, tests a structure, and then trades down. So these are the ones that you want to pay attention to. This is what they call a poor high, right? And it, in order for it to not be a poor high, it needs to get repaired, so it needs to trade through, right? And so what's happening here is you're seeing a lack of buying. So as price is rallying up, right? It's like it's like you have your gun here. Well, we don't have a lot of space, but instead of shooting a nice bullet out, it's like shooting out dust, right? And so this is the things that you're getting from these buying tails and selling tails. When you have a selling tail like this, like look at this buying tail, right? Just a couple of ticks, and so this is telling you here that selling is shut off. There's no supply here, right? It's like someone's trying to dig a hole, and they get met with iron or something, and they can't dig through it. And what happens? The price trades up. We get back up here, we get a poor high, price trades down. And so we have like a little bit of support down here at the bottom. And what happens with this selling or this buying tail when it's big at the bottom like this, it's basically telling us that it's coming down, checking this price out right here, right within our kind of our two levels, and saying, nah, right, let me come back up, right? But we didn't get, with this poor low that we had, we didn't get this nice rejection when we have these, look below and fails. We just kind of traded back up into a range, right? Into this range right here. That I've been poor high before. I think we all have. I literally ate some blueberries. I used frozen blueberries as ice in my infused water. Nice. Market cipher is great if you want to know what just happened in the market. That's funny.
If you want to know what just happened 5 minutes in the previous bar.
Yeah.
Man, no mercy, bro. Honestly, sorry. Oh, reality don't consider anyone's feelings when it comes to how it plays out,
Right. Exactly. Oh, Otto was saying that Ethiopian coffee tastes like blueberries. Yeah, it sounds like fire, dude. It sounds good.
Dude, I was saying how they made chocolate, man. Oh, it's just, you gotta ferment that. I did not know that.
Yeah, and it depends on the type of chocolate too.
Yeah, bro, that was a lot. That looked like a lot of work to just get some chocolate.
I like that, like ultra dark chocolate. I don't know if you like the one that's
Oh
like
yeah,
the cacao or whatever.
oh yeah, the cacao. It's okay. I think that's more of like something that you gotta. Oh yeah. For me, at least, something I gotta eat in moderation. Very, very, very less than I eat everything else. Like, because it's too concentrated for me.
Y'all gotta stop making me hungry. For real, I'm about to go to the farmer's market, load up on fruit, vegetables, and meat. Right.
The nectarinas,
Yes. What constitutes a structure? A certain amount of bars in an area, a certain amount of time. Oh, yeah, I saw your question earlier. Sorry, I had to give my son his insulin. So when I'm looking for structure, right, what I'm looking for is, something just that is touching the same spot multiple times, right? So like this would be, a little bit of market structure for me, right? Here you have a small structure. Anything that's really testing the same spot over and over. So like right here, in this area, we don't have any market structure. Right here, you're kind of getting a little bit of market structure. And, we're coming up to that VWAP. And you see as this bar came down, so we opened this bar here, traded down, didn't, pretty much bounced off the POC. You had people, buying the POC. Didn't come down to the low of E, and now we're trading back up, trying to get that high of the, or is this C? Yeah, trying to get the high of the C. So that's one thing that we'll watch for, is watch for price to move up, hold the VWAP, right, and then look for it to run these stops. Right, this could be a decent setup. And you just have to understand where your targets are going to be at. So if D comes up, get that little hesitation, it holds above the VWAP, you've got to see it run these stops, right? If it doesn't run these stops right away, then you need to cut the trade, right? And then your first target be M, and then you can target this L and this K high, right? You want to take some off. This is 150. This is 7, so you're about 250 points right here. So take a little bit off right there, and then target up here for about 400 points, and then 500 points up here, right? These are the targets that you're going to be looking for. And then on the downside, let's take a peek. Anyone so I'm going to be getting ready to go to the farmers market. If you guys want me to look at any charts, put them in the chat and maybe we can set up some trade plans, and we'll post them. And what I'll do is I'll post them with like the community driven trade plans for the day, for the weekend. Right? And I do kind of like this long setup right here, guys. So let me bust out a Word doc. We can start typing these up. Microsoft.
Guys, and if when the video is done, if you guys could please just comment, something, on the video. It doesn't matter what it is, like what your favorite food was, what your favorite drawing is, your favorite painting, anything. It doesn't matter what your favorite hobby is. I will reply back to it. It helps out with the algorithm. It's kind of like, think of it like an extra like, It's like YouTube looks at the likes, but they also look at the comments. And I know a lot of people don't type in the comments because they legitimately don't have anything to say, and that's fine. But I really encourage you to go in there and just type in, anything, right? You can type in our motto, manage your risk, stick to your trade plan, right? I'll reply back to it, right? I'll give you a thumbs up. It helps out with the algorithm a lot. So I would just, asking you guys if you guys could do that, so that way we can start gaining some more exposure and we can grow the community faster and get some more improvements going. Got to keep that transparency, guys. I mean,
someone was talking about like a sim account or a paper trading account. You can get a paper trading on Bybit. Just go on Crypto Face's YouTube page and he'll show you one.
Yes, man.
So we're looking for a long Bitcoin over the 31,410. And our first take profit would be this high, which would be 31,750. And our second take profit, I would look for that just shy of that 32. So we'll say 31,950. All right, let's see what else are we looking at. ADA. Let's take a look. Is it on here? Is ADA on here?
On what?
On ExoCharts?
Yeah, I think I saw it. I think it's towards the bottom. Why is it taking so long to load? So yeah, so it's on FTX.
Oh, it is on there?
And
okay.
and Bybit, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So towards the bottom, it's on the linear.
Here we go. Yeah, so it's kind of the same setup. So a long on ADA, right? You said you would give us a short setup for what? Oh, for Bitcoin. Andy, you like that? Andy, do you like that? PMSL. That's the PMSL is like the English version of LOL.
It's funny.
So you guys tell me. Let's set up the ADA. Let's set up the ADA together. Yeah, Alex, I'll do the short on. I'll do the short on Bitcoin after this. So let's do the short on 80 or the long on ADA together, or we could do a short as well. What number do you guys think a good long would be? He said he was the only one streaming his live trades. Yeah, take a peek at some of those things, and then look at testnet and see if you see any familiarities or any screens going black or switching, and you just got to pay attention. Any idea why alts are often traded in very similar candle patterns? Because they're following Bitcoin around, right? Alts haven't really gained their own traction. Yeah, Otto, I love dark chocolate. I love that, like that 90% dark chocolate. My kids hate it. But if you just take it, like put it in the freezer, right? Oh, it's so good. Especially, especially if you like to get a little bit of like, sweets before bed or something like that. That's probably the best thing. I mean, sweets before bed isn't great for you, but that's probably the best thing that you can eat if you like sweets. But if you're used to regular chocolate and then you pop that in, you're gonna be like, ugh, fuck, probably puke.
That's how you get that food addiction going right there,
Right.
You gotta wake up in the middle of the night. You're like, I need one more bite. I gotta get that chocolate bar. But you don't want to go back to sleep low key and just eating chocolates. You gotta brush your teeth and everything.
Right.
PMSL, pissed myself laughing. Lol.
So 121 at the value area high. That's where you're looking to go long. So you want to go long 121. Break and retest of the VWAP. Right, I like that area, that 124 area. And then your take profit, you're looking at probably like 1.25, which seems small, but I mean, you'd be leveraging it up. So this would be 1.25, 12. The next thing really is not moving very much, huh? This thing's tiny. 1.2592. All right, let's look at that short on Bitcoin real quick before we forget. It looks like the long is setting up, but so if I'm going to short Bitcoin, I'm going to have two setups, right? I'm going to short from here at the low of this E, targeting or the low of the C, targeting the low of B, and then targeting these lows. That would be my more aggressive setup. So that would be a short, we'll say aggressive short BTC. The break of, right, that 30780. Your take profit 1 would be this 30489, and then your take profit 2 would be probably, I mean, I would target this low down here, but that 30260 would be a good one. Never mind, looked wrong. 122. Why alts? Why trade alts if they are more or less follow BTC? Because of the leverage, right? So if you leverage them up, Joey, you can sit in a trade a little bit longer because they don't move as much. So, but you still are getting the same percentage gains. Like the percentage of the move is a little bit bigger, and that's kind of how the leverage trading is based off of, percentage. So if Bitcoin moves from 31,000 to 31,500, the percentage is less, than if ETH moves from, let's see what it's at.
Like 20 to 40,000 or 2,000 to 4,000 type deal.
2,000 and 4,000.
Yeah, like if it were to go from like some crazy number.
100%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the percentage gains is a lot more though.
Right. So the percentage, if you were to go from like 1786 to 1750, the percentage there is going to be bigger. on ETH, right? Bitcoin will move 1%, alt will move 3. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Alex.
Yeah, that's why I think that there's gonna be like a flipping happening this time around, because Bitcoin's gonna start taking a poop, and people are gonna look at ETH and they're gonna be like, oh, at least on ETH I can get more bang for my buck, you know?
Right.
So that's like what I feel like might end up happening, but who knows, right? Who honestly knows? It's like playing that new Call of Duty, man. That new Call of Duty is just garbage, man. Or the
Is it?
Cold War. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's not really even new anymore. I just never really played it, but yeah, bro. People just can't, man. Like the guns are they are not balanced at all, bro. Like you might as well just play Fortnite, you know, if you want to get a headache.
All right, I'll do XRP next. Oh, I forgot to do the other Bitcoin short too. Whoops. Oh, damn it.
It is quiet. What's up?
I know, right?
What is good? I was looking at something. I got kind of focused. It just kind of sucks when we both get focused at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to set these up.
Guys, if you haven't hit the like, consider hitting the like. It helps out with the algorithm greatly. Also, look at the Instagram. I know a lot of people are not using Instagram because of privacy issues, and that is perfectly okay. But if you have the ability to use Instagram, we would greatly appreciate your viewership over there and your your community presence on that side of of the socials. We're trying to really grow and build a bigger community. We love everyone. We're we're a tiny Discord. We want to start growing and start bringing in more people so other YouTubers can start seeing how powerful what we're doing is. We grew a good amount of subscribers in the last 3 to 4 days. We're almost at 2K. I mean, sharing, commenting, all those things, guys, they really do help out. So I mean, when you see a video, share it, right? I mean, just share it to anyone. It doesn't matter. Like if all you guys shared the video to just one person, like your brother, your sister, just somebody who legitimately needs it, or just out of nowhere to keep them interested. YouTube looks at that too. Look at the share link, they'll click on it, and then when they click on it and open it, it'll start seeing how long they watch it, if they look at the channel and look at other videos. So it helps out a lot more than people think it does. Like just probably by you guys sharing this video to one person, it's probably going to greatly and drastically impact the analytics, because with not that many people probably have shared compared to how they would if we brought it up like we did now. So it would be interesting. So I would highly recommend you guys share the video. I will be looking at the analytics today and seeing how they shift based off of shares. So please do so, guys. Por favor, por favor, gracias, amigos.
The TF was in a short 3.5 mil trade 5 hours ago. 32K entry was up 52%. Yeah. You're probably watching our stream when we said to short and then went short. He seems to do that.
There's so many people probably doing that, man. It's all.
I know for sure there's like some people in the Discord that are passing out the plays, which I don't mind, right? Because what I'd like to see is I'd like to see them come over and be like, hey, instead of just following the plays and kind of following blindly, how do I learn this, right? How do I enable myself to really get to understand this, right?
That will never happen, bro. They don't want to. They just want to be the best.
Right.
Even though it's just plays that are. There's literally so many people, bro. Like, guys, there's this one guy I saw get caught up. He literally was just posting plays from someone else's Discord and charging his Discord people for it. What the heck?
He called the bottom and didn't take profit. Yeah, actually, Ramon and I were looking at that the other day. He was up like 200K, and I'm using quotations, air quotations, and he was up 200K, and it came all the way back to like 30K because he didn't sell, right? And that's because he just didn't understand the market structure. But he's not really a trader. Yeah, he posts live trades, but
guys,
it's a little bit different. You said ETH is about to run some. Let's just get away from that. I'm done talking about him. I don't give a fuck about him, to be honest with you guys. So, what I'm focused on is you guys, right? My focus is getting you guys good information and real information, right? The only reason I'm kind of saying stuff like that is because I want you guys to open your eyes, right? Really pay attention to what's actually happening. Understand how marketing works, and why this is live trading, right? I've showed you guys my live chart on the stream before, right? But the thing is I'm not trying to teach you guys to follow me into a trade, to just go into a trade because I'm in a trade. What I'm trying to get you guys to do is to understand, why you should be getting in a trade and then take the trade yourself, right? I want you guys to basically tell me, that's my whole plan is, for us as a community, we're going to be in this Discord and we're going to be like, someone's going to be like, yo, fucking XRP is about to break out, check out XRP. And then boom, we're all going to fucking snap to our XRP chart. We're going to fucking go 100x and then and we're going to fucking nail it as a community. We're going to be like a fucking little mini hedge fund, except for a hedge fund full of traders who know what the fuck they're doing. And then we're going to just be nailing trades all the time. And they're going to have to figure something out because they're going to be like, who the fuck is the Citadel and why do they keep wrecking us? Right?
Because we're litty, bro.
Maybe we're not, we're not to that big yet, but that's what would be cool. And I'm already seeing people in the community that are having these moments that are like, hey, Bitcoin Brad, dude, check this out. I had this aha moment, or this moment where I was like, oh shit, everything just starts to click. And that's why that's why I enjoy this, right? That's why when Ramon first asked me to come on and getting to know you guys, right? Especially like, it's nice. A lot of you guys are posting like a lot more often. You get to know people's personalities and get to know people. And then a lot of people in the community are, helping, right? We have a lot of people out there that are doing things for the community, right? Doinked is going to write our intro song. Chappie's Crypto, he's made a couple of videos as far as how to use exo charts, right? A lot of quick to the point videos. And so that's the thing. And so when we try to grow the community, of course I understand that we're going to get met with some resistance. There's going to be some people that hate on what we're doing because, you have these Charles Manson followers, and there's just nothing you can do about that, right? Some people drink the juice, and that's just you can only lead a horse to water, right? You can't force them to drink. Just like I always tell you guys, I can only show you the door. You have to walk through it. I can't click the mouse for you. I can't tell you, okay, now's the perfect time to buy, right? It's something that you've got to understand and realize yourself. And as we go on this journey, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing all of these posts in the P&L channel saying, bro, check this out. I took this long because it broke market structure, retested, I entered at this, took my profits here and here because that's where we were going to get met with resistance, and check this out. Boom. Right? And what I want to keep seeing is the consistency, right? I don't want to see, my goal for you guys is not to see 1 good day, 2 good days, 3 good days, maybe a month of good days, and then the next month you just take a shit, right? That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys as far as consistency, so you guys can earn enough money to make an income. That way you guys can get that TTV, right? That time to value, where you get to enjoy your time, get the value out of your time as we go forward. That's the whole goal here, right? I could show you guys some big leveraged, real trades, but that you're not getting anything out of that. You're not learning anything of that. All it is just somebody sucking their
endorphins,
dick
bro,
on the internet, right?
That's just watching your bank account go up or down.
This is YouTube, right? There's a different website if you want to see that. So,
yeah, exactly.
That's not what we're into here. I'm into seeing this consistency, and that's why we'll be working not only on, market structure, TPO, trading. We're going to be working on market psychology and personal psychology. Like I said, a daily routine. If you start to get on a daily routine, it's going to improve your life, not just your trading. It's going to improve your life, and I guarantee that, right? You can even ask Ramon. He started waking up early every day. He started taking a cold shower. He started drinking more water, right? These are key things in your routine that are going to help you in all aspects of your life.
Yeah.
Right? Every aspect. That's what I'm all about, is all about improving, everybody as a person. Because there's enough people out there that are just trying to fuck everybody over, trying to fuck us all over, right? So let's tax them a little bit. Exactly. Financial freedom is 100 times, or maybe 100x more valuable than a Lambo, right? And a lot of people, you can rent a Lambo for a day, right? You could even buy a Lambo, right? It costs about as much as a house in somewhere not California, right? But it's hard to sleep in a Lambo, right? So would you rather drive a Altima like me and live in a decent house, or are you looking for to drive a Lambo and live in that fucking thing, right?
That'd be miserable.
The cold shower, a nasty call from Citadel Group. They're a huge player in the stock trading arena. A cold shower, yeah. So Progressive Martian, when I get into the shower, right, every morning, so my morning routine, right, I wake up, and as soon as my alarm goes off, I get out of bed. Even if I'm like super tired or it's like groggy or whatever, the first thing I do is get out of bed. Even if I'm just standing next to my bed like a zombie, I pop out. Yeah, pay to play, jiu-jitsu mentality rules. Yeah, unless you're using your pajamas, right? Get in that no-gi arena. I'm just kidding. Gi has its place. I just hate the gi. I feel like I'm fucking getting trapped. But so, I get out of bed and I have a cup of water, right? Room temperature water that I've left there from the night before, and I slam it, right? As much as I can. I have like it's like a 32-ounce bottle, and then I just slam as much as I can of it. And then I get in the shower, and you take your normal shower, right? Whatever temperature you want. And then what I do is I step out of the water and I turn the water to cold, right? So just like all the way to the right on my shower, it's cold. And so then what I do is I step in and I count to 60, right? When you're first starting, try 15 seconds. No pajamas, tripped on. Try 15 seconds and then step out. Maybe try.
Are you counting your head?
Yeah, just count in my head.
Oh, you're savage.
Why?
Oh, I had to set a timer. For me, it's a mind game. For me, when I tried that before, when I'm counting it out loud, it's like doing the push-ups during the PT test. You know what I mean? Like if you're at like 70 or something, you start slowing down. But like if you were to do as many push-ups as you can in 2 minutes without thinking about it, you probably do like 80 or 85.
I always make push-ups, but
I know.
But
dude, I set a timer. Yeah.
When you get in, you should be focusing on your breathing, not focusing on waiting for that alarm clock. You get in, and what I'm doing is I'm going like taking these huge deep breaths as much as I can, and I'm basically trying to convince my mind that this is good for me and it doesn't hurt, right? But when you first start this, it sucks. I mean, even sometimes now it still sucks, especially like in the wintertime. It's terrible. You're just like, fuck that, right? But it's super good for you. It's super good for your body, super good for your brain. You know, that water's super good for you as well. You know, all of this stuff is, you know, is really good for you. And then I tend to do that like 3 or 4 times, depending upon how I'm feeling, right? For a minute each time, you know. But start, like I said, start with like 15 seconds, and then just go from there. But when you're in the cold water, you should be focusing on your breathing, focusing on those big deep breaths, standing up and tall, chest to the sun, shoulders back. You know, basically like you're kind of like in that swole zone, like you're flexing, like you're you know, like you're trying to look bigger than you actually are, and take those deep breaths, right? Deep breaths, and then, you know, and then step out, right? And then jump back in, and then jump back out. And then from then I get out, fucking walk to my fridge, grab my bang, turn my computer on, and start my day, right? And that's just typically from around 5 to 5:15, 5:30 that I normally start the computer.
So everyone's shook. Yeah, this is a real thing, guys. There's a lot of evidence behind cold showers. So highly look into some of the links that people are posting. Like Bearish Bull, he posted something on there. Like it's a legitimate scientifically proven thing. Like search up the Iceman, right? Like dude's able to go. Like he went to the top of Mount Everest in shorts. Like come on now, you know, it's just like he trained his body to be able to sustain that. It's called strengthening. You produce more stress receptors. So like Brad's giving you guys like the biggest red pill you could ever buy, you know, at a time.
And
the
also,
life hacks.
And also like for me, the type of person I am is I'm not one to take something just because somebody said it, right? So you guys shouldn't be just believing me just because I'm saying it, right? Do your research and decide, you know, is it something for you? Is it something that you want to take advantage of, or that you want to try? If not, you know, I'm not telling you that you have to do it in order to be successful, or that you need to do it in order to you know, to live your best life.
Might get a stop release,
right? On ETH, yeah, looks like it. Yeah, let me post these plays real quick. That way anyone that's not on the stream can check it out. Yeah, nothing wrong with an Ultima. You know, my dad he's a service manager at Infinity, and so we get the discounts on the Ultima, or on the Nissans. So I have 2 Ultima, or 2 Nissans. I mean, my wife has a Rogue, and I have an Ultima.
Nissans are nice.
Andy's always on your neck, bro.
Well, what he say?
I work at a spa. We're big thermal cycles, huge benefits. Also,
yeah.
look up the Wim Hof method. Yeah.
Andy's is funny, bro. Come on now, this man.
Yeah, Springboard is right. Balanced life, right? That's you know, a lot of people I know. Magic Man, I think he's a vegan or a vegetarian. You know, Ramon is a vegetarian or vegan. You know, and
I'm the upgraded vegetarian, bro.
An upgraded vegetarian, right?
That's what vegans always try to make it sound like they're better than people, man. It's so annoying. Not.
but yeah, so.
But yeah, I'm vegan.
Know, just the new Ultima's that one that I have, the SR. It's like it's still a 4-cylinder though. I didn't go for that V6 because I just don't need that shit, right? I got a Harley if I want to go fast. So, it gets super good gas mileage too. That new Ultima gets I get like. Bro, I drove from where I live all the way to Fort Lewis on basically 1 tank of gas.
You're tripping.
Swear. Like I filled up once and still had gas when I got there. So it was like a tank and a half. Yeah. I was getting like 45 miles to the gallon.
Dang, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was dope.
What the world? That's a big gap too between here and where you're at.
You're getting selfish about telling too many people. No, Joe, you don't need to feel like that, right?
Ooh, Alex,
Because
nice.
what's going to happen is, Joey, when you do tell people about the TPO, they're going to look at you like most people look at Jehovah's Witnesses when they come to their door. Oh, your son was born at Madigan? Nice. I used to work there. I used to run the ER at Madigan.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Madigan is legit though. Isn't it like a training hospital, Brad?
It is, yeah. Yeah, we train a lot of LVNs and shit. They're a pain in my ass.
It's very like compared to the one I was in Fort Bragg. This hospital looks like a legit hospital. It's just huge. And guys, I'm saying this because I'm saying this because in the military, guys, you'd be surprised. Like, certain things would be called certain things, but they're not. Like, like in like somewhere like there's probably some military base out there where it's literally just like an old gas station that they probably just turned into a hospital, and just that's the only building they have. So now the medics got to operate, and there's like what it's like.
Oh, you're in 514th Med? Oh, nice. Ground ambulance, yeah. Yeah, I was in the cache for 62nd Med Brigade. I think 514th is in 62nd Med too, but we're in the 47th cache. And then I basically volunteered-ish to go run the ER. Oh, we got our one dislike, so he is watching. So awesome. Classic, right?
Yeah, bro, for real. Where's the second and the third one at, bro?
Yeah, I think 514th is in
Voldemort.
You haven't eaten red meat since high school? See, for me, I love meat. I actually I read a lot of Jordan Peterson. So I have an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's, and I've been doing a lot of research on the carnivore diet, right? The trouble is actually getting all the products that you need for the carnivore diet. So when you become like, when you only eat meat, you have to eat like all of the other pieces of the animal. You can't just eat steaks for every meal, right? Because you're not getting all of the nutrients that you need. So either that or you'll have to take a bunch of supplements. Oh, look, it went away. the dislike went away. That's even more classic. But anyway, so Jordan Peterson's daughter has an autoimmune disease, and it was significantly affecting her life, and she started doing the carnivore diet. And Jordan Peterson himself, I don't know if we have any Canadians in here. Jordan Peterson's from Canada. He started doing the carnivore diet as well, and it's helped him a ton. He doesn't have any autoimmune diseases, but his daughter does, and it's helped her quality of life improve a ton, right? And so, like, I take medication for the Hashimoto's every day, but what I'd like to try, I just have to figure out a place where I can get all of the things that I'm going to need, and then kind of wrap my head around just eating meat all the time, right? Because I like to eat candy. I mean, I haven't eaten candy a lot, but then, the bangs, I got to look into see if the bangs got to cut these out of my diet, things like that. So yeah, JP is an interesting guy. He wrote a book. He's written a couple of books, but if he wrote a book that if you guys want to check out called The 10 Rules of Life. Her podcast goes hard. Yeah, her podcast is cool. I mean, I could talk about stuff like this all day, guys. This is the kind of stuff, like, I love learning stuff. That's what I'm all about. And so, like, anytime I get a chance to learn something new, or even just listen, but Jordan Peterson has a lot of insight. He was getting into it with the Canadian government over a couple of things. What's up, Long and Short? Good morning. He was getting into it, but he has a book called The 10 Rules for Life. Yeah. It's a great book. I've read it a couple of times, actually. It's a very interesting look into life, right? A very interesting perspective, right? I first found out who Jordan. Oh, it's 10 rules. 10 rules. Okay. You said you don't know about Jordan Peterson. I first found Jordan Peterson. He was on the Joe Rogan show, right? I like the Joe Rogan podcast a lot. I'm not really big into listening when he just has like, make your bed. Yep. I'm not really big into listening when he has just like the comedians on there. It is funny sometimes, right? Especially when they do like Sober October and shit. Because they all do a bunch of drugs and then they decide to go completely sober. But he has, it's 12 rules. Here, I'll tell you guys. I have the book right here. It's 12 rules. 12 rules for life. Yeah, it's 12. He has issues. Yeah, just like everybody else, right? Everyone. Yeah, it's 12 rules. Yeah, you guys are right. It's you can't agree with everything everybody says, right? But I'm a big psychology person, and so is he, and so I like to get those perspectives off of him. Maps of Meaning is a good book as well, Greg. Yes, you guys check that one out as well. Rejected off the VWAP again. Yes, we did. Yeah, ETH is having it's a little struggle fest. The good news though is that it is kind of consolidating, so it does build us a little bit of steam as far as which direction that we want to go, right? So if we were to break this E low, and this D low, we could look for a quick short underneath of the point of control and look to hit this 1746, right? So 64 to, well, I guess this is like it's around like 78, right? Maybe 74 or 1744 below. So you're looking around like what's that, like 12 to 20 if you were to look for the short. And the same thing with this break. So this is the ETH trade that we posted as a community. It is a long of ETH of 1785, which is right here, and then we're looking for that 1807 up here, right? That line was super straight, and then this 1814. And so you can kind of queue up some of these trades, and you might be able to catch all of them. Looks like we're about to hit this little stop run. Let's hit it. Oh shit. Did I press the button? Can't see.
Did it do it? That meme is funny.
No, we didn't. I don't think we ran the stops. We ticked up just barely over, right? So now we're pulling back to the VWAP, and we want to see them hold the VWAP. See these buyers really commit and hold this all in. Carl Jung, yeah, he's good too. Do you guys put stops, or do you ride it and hit the quit button? Do you put in stops, or do you ride it and hit the quit button? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, stop losses. Yes. Oh, I always trade with the stop loss. Always. Oh, Bitcoin just ran the stops, so that might mean that ETH is probably about to catch up. Let's see. So there's that breakout on Bitcoin. And now you want to see it hold this impulse area. I'll just line this up, right? So it ended up running the stops of C and A, which is what we wanted to see on the breakout. And so we want to see if buyers are going to commit. So if you were to get in this trade, right? You got in the trade right on the breakout of D. I think our plan was, right? Let's see it. Long BTC breakout of 31.14.10. So here, yeah. So if you got into this trade on this break, this is what you wanted to see. You wanted to see it break that A and that C, and then our target is going to be up here. So you want to see it hold this impulse area in between your entry. But what you've got to understand is that you have this structure up here, right? The structure is probably a little bit lower. So we're peeking into this structure, and you want to see it hold in the structure. So here we go. Getting a little bit of support. Took a bit, but eventually hit my take profit. Nice. You hit your first take profit. Nice. I posted the trade plans in the admin trade alerts section, and I added everybody, so there should be like a little thing in there.
A little notey.
Yeah. And so this is what you've got to understand, right? So if you already took some profit, you hit your first take profit, right? As it trades back down, if you're, holy shit, the fuck, that was crazy. As we get back down to your entry, don't let this thing trade against you just because you're waiting for it to sky. Look for it to hold this level, right? And if it doesn't hold this level, then get out of that trade, right? And find a better entry. Right now, let's go back and look at ETH real quick and see if ETH has hit its stop run.
I had to let the video catch up when you said "Holy shit!" I was trying to see what happened, and that was a thick freaking pencil, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So ETH didn't really run those stops, right? So ETH might be a little bit of a catch up play. Said he'll break you of the cultural matrix. Well, I'm already out of the matrix. You know, I'm in the real world. That's why I'm trying to get all of you guys. Take the red pill, jump in the real world with me. Free your mind.
Never to be seen again after that, bro. When the people who create the simulation find out that we're issuing these simulation breaking pills, they are perception enhancing red pills.
No, Andy's. I'm not trading right now because I don't know how long the trade's gonna last, and I'm gonna be going to the farmers market here pretty soon. So I'm not in a trade. These are just the setups that that we're looking for together. I saw the title and fascinated already. Denial of death. That's up my alley. Yeah, so it's interesting that ETH is not breaking out, right? It's kind of lagging behind. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin seems to be trying to hold its impulse area, which is the high of this A and C period. And so, if you were to have taken that trade on the break of D and, take some profit out, you've got to make sure you don't let it trade against you, because that's what's going to kind of get you on that back end. Let's see what F period does. So F period just opens up, right? Let's see if it takes a little bit of a breath or if it trades back down, right? So we see it tick down a little bit, right? Let's see if it holds this impulse. You're seeing some responsive buying there. There's some more responsive buying. And let's see if we can hit that target, right? So there's that pullback, right? So F opened up, pulls back, kind of tried to trade up, didn't capture this high. And so these are the things that you've got to be thinking inside of your head while you're in the trade, right? And understanding that you're not going to let this thing trade back down all the way to the POC and try to sit in the trade. Things like that. Ignore news, trade the chart, get more BTC for the next all-time high. What games are on today, too?
I don't really be watching sports like that, man.
What's wrong with you?
I'll be watching like competitive gaming, man.
I mean, it's
or baseball. I watch baseball too.
Gaming is a sport.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Wales and Denmark are on right now, and Italy plays Austria. And so now that it's traded down right to the top of D, right? If it doesn't hold D, the next spot that you're going to look to see buyers come in is going to be on this VWAP, right? And if it doesn't hold the VWAP, well, then what happens is we peaked into the structure, this upper structure, and then now we're pushing back, right? We do have a some decent excess right here up to the top, so it's not really like a poor high, as they would call it. But look at all the volume. The point of control was down here, and now it's popped up even with the VWAP. That lets you know that there's a little battle going on right here as far as where people are trying to build their position.
This is intense.
Not the value area high. What's this level here? And if we want to get a little bit deeper into the chart, we can turn our delta profile back on. And see if, you know, we're seeing some decent sized buys right here off of the VWAP. The only thing I really don't like, I don't like when we catch a little pop and then, you know, just kind of shut off. Right, this thing tried to trade up, shut off, and then now we're trading back down. So we need to see these buyers here hold, and you know, you have a seller sitting back down here, and then you have some selling up here. So what you're looking for is to get price above this and then shoot up and then get above this one and then continue on. And someone was asking where would I have oh yeah, the whales game is going to be good. Yeah, I need to turn it on. Stop loss positioning is more important. Would you be writer tactics to not get stopped out? Yeah, so if I'm getting in this trade, right, I'm getting on the break of D, my stop loss typically is going to be underneath of the VWAP somewhere, right? Or you can try the low of E depending upon how much risk you're willing to give. So this, if you're talking here, this is about 400 points of risk. So depending upon your leverage, you know, that might be, you know, too much for you. So you can try underneath the VWAP, right? There's that little ST. At some point, it doesn't have to be now. I'd like to hear how you decide stop loss levels. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my stop losses based off of structure most times. So either I like to put them where everyone else puts them at the bottom of the bar, or put them in a spot where you know you're going to be wrong, right? So let's say if I were to have saw F open up, it traded up these 2 ticks, didn't come back to the top of E. I like a short like this, quick short, to try to trade back down into the VWAP, and my stop loss is a structured stop right there at the top of these at the top of this level. I like to have a nice stop somewhere where you know that you're going to be wrong, right? Because, you know, this thing traded back down to the VWAP, traded through the VWAP, but didn't really continue down. You saw a ton of volume come in at the VWAP basically. You know, so if your stop was here and as price moved up, you just slowly move your stop loss up, right? Especially if you take some profit, now your entry goes from being here to being here, and you can, you know, kind of hide underneath of that VWAP. That is how I manage my stops. And then so if we trade, you know, up here towards that first target, I'll be moving my stop up as we go, right? So if this thing were to trade up, catch a little bid right here, start to trade up, I'll move my stop loss to break even, then move it to value area high. The next bar opens up, I'll move it to the bottom of the next bar. Things, you know, things like that. Try to find a spot where you know you're going to be wrong. Because if you were to take this short here and your stop is here, if F trades up, right? So let's say this thing comes up like this, right? I'll just draw it next to it. Let's say it opens up, it trades down, it trades up, and then starts to come back down, and you hit the short, you put your stop here. Let's say you don't get any continuation and it trades back up, you're going to get stopped out here. Well, this is a good spot to get stopped out because this is where you know that you're wrong in the trade. You said your POC is 3009. Just try to refresh your chart, or maybe I need to refresh my chart. I'll try it. Yeah, my POC is 12. Yeah, so just try to refresh your chart. Maybe that will help. Does that help, Chirp Tone? Because the thing is, if you base your stop off of like just a certain dollar amount, let's say the tick size shouldn't affect it. POC should be the same. Oh,
I'm a little
you did
excited
refresh
today,
it?
man.
So, with your stop, if you just place it off a certain dollar amount, especially if you're trading Bitcoin, right, with these huge, kind of retraces that it does, you can, possibly get ticked out here and then still be right. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Are you on Binance Futures? Could be different if you're not on Binance. Because I'm on Binance. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Glad that helped. Yeah, see, and ETH is still setting us up for a nice trade, I think. Same exchange. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
You think she's rounding up?
Yeah, I think ETH is, I've actually been pretty partial to ETH lately. Not gonna lie.
Nah, bro.
I
You
kind
you
of
don't.
like a short here too. This 1763 short, maybe. Because we've failed the
You
VWAP 3 times.
you love ETH more than Bitcoin, man.
I might. Yeah.
It's like this is one vegan commercial because it's about these plant-based chicken nuggets, and
Perfect.
they try to get real funny with it, man. And they said if you can, it pretty much said if you can eat, plant-based substitutes that taste like meat, why eat meat? And then he's like, it's almost like going to the grocery store and not telling your kids which one is your favorite one. And I'm just like, what the heck? And like they just said some dumb stuff like that, on the commercial. It's just that's how you are with ETH, bro. Just don't want to admit it, man. You love your Ethereum. I like how it respects structure and how it actually follows through. But what it says it does, like the Bitcoin moves are just very you got to be very generous sometimes with like how you're doing like trading ranges on Bitcoin.
Yeah, you've definitely have to understand that it can move a pretty decent amount, and you got to be careful for that. We're about to hit that nice little stop run on this.
I love it when like new people join the chat and they say like, what is TPO? You like get the
Well,
opportunity to
that's
like
what I was
teach a fresh
saying
mind.
earlier. Someone was saying like they don't want to share the TPO because they don't want all the good they don't want to give out the good stuff, right? But most of the times when you share something like that, what will happen is people will just tell you don't know what the fuck you're talking about anyways.
Yeah,
they'll just be like, I don't
that's
know,
what I did to you, Brad.
you don't know. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
I didn't know what TPO was. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that fucking bullshit.
My wife is getting annoyed. Well, that's the thing is when you got a good thing, it's fun to talk about it, and you're just trying to share and help people. Oh, here we go. Let's hit it. Hit a nice little stop run there. Let's see if we can hit that C low.
Stop, Roozy. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
All right. Going to need to change your name. Who's that? So look, an ETH broke that low, but Bitcoin didn't. So this is interesting price action. It's kind of funny that they are not, super correlated like they normally are. Yeah, it does help. It does help when you know exactly why. Thanks for the stop loss explanation. I think this needs to be explained on every trade. If you look at the chat, it seems Many get stopped out due to wrong placement before the move. You need to change your name to ETH, Brad. It doesn't have that nice ring to it though. That Bitcoin, Brad, right? That double B.
What happened?
At the ETH, the Bitcoin run up, and he said I should change my name to ETH, Brad.
That sounds ugly. Just like you. Ah, I got him. He's laughing at his own joke.
You hit your take profit on ETH already? Nice, nice.
Oh, this man's ignoring me because he knows he got roasted.
I told you these things don't affect me, bro.
No, it's all good, bro. Hey, I don't need you to be putting up a face just because you got roasted, man. It's all good.
Okay.
We know. We know, man. We know. Just take your breath. Take your cold shower.
Yep.
Just messing with you, bro.
ETH is going down. ETH is breaking these lows. Right to the low tick is C. So we want to see if there's some follow through. I think this was our first take profit of ETH of the trade that I posted. If you guys are looking in there. Yeah, a stop. So the thing about the stop loss that I it's tough to convey it, one, through text, right? And then two, everyone has a different risk profile. So, I can only kind of show you what my risk profile is like. Let's get this nice little stop run. I just love this GIF, bro. This GIF is so funny. Come on. Run those stops. What's the tick size on? 20 on ETH. Let's try. Oops. Let's try 15. Um, 1764. Where would you put the short? The VWAP? So if you tried to, you short it at 1764. If you shorted ETH at 1764, where is that at? So right below the point of control. What I would do is find where the big seller is at, right? So here's this. So I'd put it here because as it trades back up, this negative delta, right, which should be a seller, should defend that position, right? And if they don't, right, and this is also the VPOC, if they don't, then you're wrong. Oh, here we go. There we go. Nice little stop run there. Keep it moving. Right, our second take profit is right here. Pretty much just it's like the halfway down point of B. So if you are in that short from the low of the E, somebody else shorted from up here at 64, you said, right? So right here, so the low of the E, your first take profit was that C. What you're gonna do is 1764. Where would you put your stop loss? Yeah, so I'd put it, well, now now if you're in that trade, my stop loss would be pretty much right there at the bottom of D. And then as we're moving down and running these stops, right, I'd move it right here. And here we go. Oh, we're just catching this thing. This is nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And so now we have a poor low, right? So we need to see this thing repaired. So there's the second take profit. So take profit 3 is 1350. 1350, holy shit. You're shorting this thing fucking all the way to hell. I'm gonna leave a runner. Love the stop run clip. Thanks, Greg.
Sharp run clip is funny, man.
You are a whiz. Hit my second take profit on ETH. Good shit, Doinked. I'm glad. So now that we have this this poor low, right, we need to see this break, right? If you're in a short, you're slowly moving your stop down. You want to see this B level break, because if not, what that's telling you is there's a lack of supply and we can't break the short. And so you want to see it break if January's high. Yeah. It's just this is just a long way to go. Could take days. So what I'd like to see is it hold our second take profit. If it gets too far back above our second take profit, probably just cut it. We've got about, what's that, 12 minutes until this next, 13 minutes until this next bar forms. So it's still a decent amount of time. But yeah. Look for it to hold this level. Let's take a peek over at some of the other things that we were looking at. I think we forgot to put the short trades down. We only kind of looked at the long side. Probably the wheel probes, we just came down from 2060. Yeah, so I'm not into really looking that far out. I'm more looking just based off the structure. So if it can't break this B low, it's going to put us in a poor low situation where we're going to see a lack of supply. So I'm not in the trade, but I would cut the trade. ETH BTC doesn't look good. Yeah, so and that's kind of that correlation thing that I was talking about, is we're starting to see Bitcoin came right down to the CEO, so it's close to the same spot, but it hasn't touched down into this buying tail. It's interesting as we go forward, and I've kind of been talking about this for a while, is once ETH and Bitcoin start to become negatively correlated, or a lot of the alts will start to become negatively correlated with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to turn into that safe haven, that gold-ish area, where we are looking for, what's it called? Looking for people to put their money somewhere.
Oh, like a safe haven,
where it's where it can just kind of sit while some of these alts are not pumping, and then some of these alts are going to turn into like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, all these tech stocks that kind of popped out once they start to actually get used for the utility that they're designed for. Right. That's kind of my the way that I'm looking at stuff, just based off of history, right? It could be 100% wrong, right? But only time will tell, really. So but yeah, so if you guys don't have anything else, about to head to the farmers market. Give me some nectarines, some meat and stuff.
I'm gonna see if there's a farmer market over here and get some nectarines too, bro. You be talking about them, so.
Oh, it's a 30. Oh, you guys were asking it's a 30-minute time frame. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Pay to play. Yeah, it's a 30-minute time frame. Me, it shows 18:20. Oh yeah, you're probably just in a different time zone. I'm in Pacific time. Market gonna crash big. Whale's been buying with lots of leverage since COVID crash. Yeah. So the regular market, John T. Yeah, people are super over leveraged, and I don't know if you guys heard about, there was a guy who was super short on a lot of things, and it actually kind of propelled the market up. All right, Chirptone, we'll catch you later, man. Yeah, it actually kind of propelled the market up because he got margin called and had to liquidate all of these positions. And when that happens, what's a lot of people have to, he had to exit all of these positions at something that wasn't as cost effective as he wanted it to be. So that's what caused them to kind of run up. Oh, donut peaches are bomb, dude. Yes, they are bomb. Yeah, they have donut peaches. So there's these peach people that sell peaches, nectarines, and stuff that we go to. And the guy that owns it used to be a medevac pilot in the Army back in the day. Now he just teaches high school. I think he teaches gym. So but that's who we go to, and like we're like friends with them and stuff. My wife is friends with them, so they always tell us, and they always hook us up too. So it's cool. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take off, guys. It's great getting on here, kicking it, just BSing. I don't know what the plan is for tonight as far as the stream. I think we're gonna get on and play some Call of Duty tonight. I know that 3 a.m. has been kind of itching to play some Call of Duty, so I'm down to play some Call of Duty. I can get on board with that. We'll play some Call of Duty tonight. We can stream it, and try to pay attention to the chat as much as possible. And yeah. So what do you guys think? Someone was playing a game that I want to download. I still haven't downloaded it yet. It looks fucking sick. It's like kind of like an old like medieval type game.
Are you talking about Valhalla? I think it was called something like that.
I'm not sure what it was called. I have it saved on my Instagram.
Yeah, bro, play No Man's Sky, bro. That game is huge.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you.
Much love, guys. Much love.
Hey, John T, are you new in the chat? I don't think I've ever seen your name. Bearish Bull. You're down for it? Nice. I'm stream stepping you guys. Good luck.
I'm looking pretty goated, bro.
Yeah, me too.
My KD stays above 2.5, bro. My average elims on Nuketown have been 54. That's what it says on the top right.
Which Call of Duty are we gonna play?
Oh, I got Cold War and Modern Warfare, so it don't matter.
Okay.
I think James does as well. I don't know.
If I have Cold War downloaded. Chivalry
I got
2?
both.
Is that what it was? Is that what it was, Bearish Bull? Chivalry 2? I could check it out.
Oh.
Just joined a few minutes ago. Nice. Well, welcome, John. Welcome. If you want to join the Discord, definitely. We're all about helping as much people as we can, and all about building the family. So, you said I run Operation Human Shield.
Nice.
Time to put some slightly stupid and dirty heads and get some stuff done. All right, Progressive. But yeah, we appreciate everyone coming by. Yeah. I need to get on that. Chivalry 2 is that medieval game. Yeah, that game looks fucking sick. Gonna hit the river. Nice. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot where I'm at too. I think it's already like 90 degrees or some shit. So and it's only not even 10 o'clock.
90 degrees.
It's supposed to get
man.
to like 111 today or something out here. Let's see.
Dude. What are you trying to do to yourself? Trying to cook yourself?
Oh, so I gotta go to the farmer's market before it gets too hot. And I'm gonna stay inside all day and watch football.
That's nice though, bro. I mean, how many people have that ability, and you just stuck it? I mean, same thing here, dude. I mean, Sims tells me all the time, he's like, dude, you're in a good position in life. I'm like, well, took the red pill, man. Brad gave me a little piece of it. So
I don't know.
I took a piece of the pill.
He should hop on board.
I'm telling him, bro. I tell him all the time, like, yo, Sims, like, let's just we can work together, me and you, right? We can get your portfolio going, right? Brad, James, right? We all got this whole trade vets thing, where we're teaching people, just come over here, take the red pill, man. Like, let's all learn. He's just like, the crane stuff, this and that. I'm like, you have time. That's probably what it was. Like, you trying to convince me at first, I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is, like, when I try to teach people stuff and I get pushback, that's just natural. Naturally, I get pushback, and so I just
totally,
But for you, we had to force.
Nah, there was some open-mindedness on my end, bro. Because like I was like, yeah, you know what, man, I'm just gonna listen to this man. I know, Brad. I mainly listen to you, bro, just because of who you are as a person, and I just knew that whatever you would tell me, you would be BSing me. So like, you know, but like that's what I like about the stream is that like people get to know you, man, and like people get to know us, and they just see that we're full of authenticity and that we generally care. That's really what drives what we do is the passion. Not many people are driven by passion nowadays. It's kind of weird. You notice most of everything is really not like non-passion driven nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's just like back then, during the 1900s and the early 1900s, everything was just passion driven. You know, like sports and everything that was coming up, even jobs. That's when the economy was like halfway decent. And you know, now everything is just done for money. That's just the answer.
That's it.
But for us, you know, it's just passion driven, man. I mean,
yeah, Chivalry 2 does look sick. But yeah, I'm gonna take off. You know, you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. You know, get off the screens a little bit and you know, watch some football or you know, just relax a little bit.
nectarines, you know.
Eat some nectarines. Celsius, classic, long and short. It's America, bro. We don't know what that means. We don't have the.
It's a classic, bro. Come on now.
We don't. America's the only people that don't fucking just use what everyone else uses. Like, no, in America, we gotta use what we want to use, and I don't give a shit if everyone uses Celsius. Everyone in the entire world uses Celsius, right? Except us, and you know, just fucking dumb.
It's the way it is, man. It's like that.
Thank you, Jonas.
It's like how we measure things, you know.
And yeah, we'll post it on Discord when we're gonna get on the game and what game we're gonna get on. So if any of you guys want to jump on, I want to play Halo. If you guys are down to play some Halo,
I have Halo as well.
Get off the screens and watch a screen. I mean, like get off the charts, right? Let your brain relax a little bit. I think James has Halo too. I'm down to play some Halo. I love Halo. So if you guys want to play some Halo, that's I mean, I'm good at
Let's go.
I'm good at Call of Duty too, but you know, I really like playing Halo. Reminds me of the good old days.
Yeah, Halo 3 is nice. Halo 3 is super competitive still.
Yeah.
So you gotta like be very careful how you play that game because some kids on that will just ruin your day. Especially if you play SWAT.
Yeah, Celsius is so much easier. Yeah. You don't have to worry about like 214 and -31 or 212 and -31, or you know, it's just like 0 and 100, right? So much easier. Oh, you got softball in the rain?
Sheesh, bro.
I like playing softball too. We played softball in the army.
Oh yeah, we had a team over here too for All American League.
Let's do that. Let's play some Halo later. I'll convince James to play Halo. He just wants to play games with me. That's all he wants to do.
You know,
so
he's been into Call of Duty recently though, man.
Well, he's always been into Call of Duty. He loves Call of Duty.
Yeah, he's just.
I've just always been like, yeah, it's not that fun.
He convinced me to play Cold War, bro. Like I did not want to play it, and he was like, "Yo, come on, bro. Like just play the freaking game. Stop being stupid." I'm like, "Bro, come on now." And I was just like, "Fuck it, I'll download it." And, dude, I was wrecking everyone on it, so I haven't stopped playing it since. You know. Some of these guns though, recoil is so stupid, bro. Come on now, like.
Yeah, that's it. So you guys make sure you're managing that risk and sticking to your trade plan, and we will see you guys tonight on the game. All right, and after we game for a little bit, you know, we might jump on the charts and kind of check out what's going on. It really just kind of depends on what the deal is, but we'll figure it out once we get there. Guys,
we both have, myself and Bitcoin Brad both have stream decks, so you know, depending on how the stream goes, right, regardless tonight, we can just pop up the charts at the press of a button while the screen is on. So it's just like, you know, we'll be playing, but we can probably even pop the chart up on the side too. So it will go as planned. If you are not here for all the noise though, for the game and stuff, you don't have to join. It's just, we know that there are people who are here that are gamers and we're also gamers. So yeah, it'd be cool to like, you know, party up and talk to people. Oh yeah, dude. And stuff, so yeah, get like 4 people, get me, you, 3 a.m. and then get 3 more other people. 3 more other people from the Discord. I mean, dude, like, come on now, you know? Especially if they're gamers and they're, you know, trying to trade. Dedicated gaming, you know, it's actually a difficult thing. If you want to try to actually go pro and stuff. Like I know Taze, he's really good at Fortnite. He is really good.
Not better than you though.
What was that?
He's not better than me.
Oh nah, bro, he's goated, bro. He was jacking me up, bro.
Where are you playing? Where are we playing? Halo on the computer?
What was that?
No, somebody asked, where are you playing?
Oh, it's probably it's the Master Chief Collection. No, isn't that the one you have?
Oh yeah, or maybe even what? Yeah, it's the Master Chief Collection. Oh, you play on the PS4. You still should be able to join. I think maybe I don't know. Is it cross-platform? I'm not sure. We're on PC though. All right, guys. Time to go before I get too lazy and don't go at all. You guys want to watch the video one more time? All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful day.